I'm Ted Keys in Pasadena, California. Welcome to my Tuesday conference call, a high-powered meeting I hold live every Tuesday for top-producing freight agents. Go to tedkeysonline.com for complete call information. Then join us weekly to see serious, new, struggling, and experienced sales professionals move more freight efficiently, effectively, effortlessly, and make more money financially. So watch my Tuesday conference call highlighted there on your screen right now. Then go to tedkeysonline.com to hear more podcasts, read more blog posts, watch more videos, and visit my Freight Sales Success Store for top-notch products to explode your business today. Enjoy watching and applying my Tuesday conference call.
Okay, guys, again, welcome to my Tuesday conference call. As you know, for every call, I send out a number of attachments for the topic that we're going over. And today, specifically, our topic is not only about commitment, because, boy, if you're going to be successful in any industry, in any profession, you must be committed. So go ahead and open that, open whatever email I sent you today. Go to the attachments. There's a number of them that we're going to go over today. But what I want to draw, first of all, is your attention to the first attachment of 8 attachments. It's the Green Meadows production leaderboard for October. I want to congratulate every single person that's on there. Tremendous production from a lot of you folks that have been around for a while, that being Dave, Tom. Great production last October. It should be everybody's goal to get on this leaderboard. If not, that's okay. It would be my goal because, as you know or don't know, I am very competitive, love to compete. I'll always love to see my name on top of things as well. So congratulations to all you guys. Keep up the great work. So let's go ahead and X out of there, and let's go into our first attachment of importance here. And basically, here's what it says. Remember. Always remember when calling prospects and customers. Not something you really have to remember here, but there's a term out there, it's called fail forward. And I will say this, you're listening to somebody who has failed tremendously in his lifetime. I've failed at a number of things. But here's the thing. What I did after failing is I learned from my failures. My main point here is to fail forward. Don't be afraid to fail. Of course, you don't want to just go out and purposely fail. But when you do, all you have to do is realize or think to yourself, what did I learn from that? Really, after the term fail forward on the document there, I have it say, those who count their only failures on one hand list small successes on the other. Well, what does that mean in terms of failing forward? It means if you only have a small number of victories on one hand, or if you only have a small number of failures on one hand, you're going to have a small number of successes or victories on the other, because typically in life, we learn by the failures that we make in life. So don't ever be afraid of moving forward, thinking that you're going to fail. But you know what? Every time you fail, on the flip side, there's always something valuable for you to learn after that failure, to correct and then adjust and then go in differently the second time. So do not be afraid to fail. All you have to do is make sure you fail forward, meaning learn from your mistake, move forward. Believe me, the more failures you make, the more you're going to learn, the more successful you will be in the end. If you're not out there failing, that means you're not out there taking action. It's that simple. Let's go ahead and X out of there and move into the next one, the next attachment, that being the third one. I get a lot of questions on this document here, and that is, when is the best time to call customers? When is the best time to call prospects? Well, here's your answer. and that is don't attempt to figure out what is the best time to call. The solution is get on the phone now or you won't reach anybody. Basically, don't try to figure it out. Just get on the phone now, and if nobody answers, at least leave a message. People have a tendency to think, gee, I'm not going to call this guy because it's lunchtime. Oh, is it lunchtime? How do you know that it's lunchtime? Is that what you're thinking? Is that what you're presuming? Whereas thinking that and doing nothing is always worse than calling somebody and at least leaving a message. So don't attempt to figure out the best time to call. Get on the phone now or you won't reach anybody. Always, always, always get on the phone now. Hey, the least you can do is leave a message for somebody. And in the same line of reasoning or talking on that same topic, let's go ahead and X out of that attachment, and let's go into the fourth attachment that I've given you today, and that is our telephone messages. Now, I know I've gone over this with you before, but it goes hand in hand with the last attachment that I went over. But basically, I give you two examples of telephone messages to leave. Now, the second one that we're going to talk about is, bear with me here, the one on the bottom, number 2, message to prospects and future customers. The only message that you or I are to leave for a business prospect and future customer after hearing their telephone recording. Keep leaving this message until somebody ultimately speaks to you. So you're thinking, gee, should I call this person? Should I not? Is he going to be there? Is he at lunch? Just go ahead and call anyway. Whether it's a him or her, it doesn't matter. Just go ahead and call anyway. If you get a recording saying that they're not in for whatever reason, here's what you do. Address them by name. Tom, hi, it's Ted Keys from Logistic Dynamics. Call me at 626-309-9141. It's 11 o'clock your time. Thanks. Real simple, real quick. Don't leave a message like, hi, it's Tom from Logistic Dynamics. I'm calling to see if I can move some of your freight. I'm a freight agent with Logistic Dynamics, and it would just be great if you'd allow me to do that real soon, or maybe, or just try to think of me. No, don't get into that. First of all, it's unprofessional. It's not going to make you look good. Keep it short and sweet. S&S, short and sweet. Tom, hi. It's Ted Keys from Logistic Dynamics. Call me at 626-309-9141. It's 11 o'clock your time. Thanks. Why do we keep it short and sweet? Well, because that's part of the example I just gave you is part of it. You want to sound as professional as possible. When you use too many words, you're just going to screw up somewhere along the line, especially if this person has never heard your voice before. So mainly when you're leaving a message with somebody that you're just getting to know or you've never even spoken to before, keep it short and sweet and make it sound like the two of you have spoken before. Let me say that again. Make it sound like the two of you have spoken before. Let me say it again. Tom, hi. It's Ted Keys from Logistic Dynamics. Call me at 626-309-9141. It's 11 o'clock your time. Thanks. Short and sweet, and I get a little hint in there like we have spoken before already. Let's go to the number one. Let's go to telephone message number 1. I can't explain how many times I call you folks, and I get a recording, and it says nothing about who I'm calling. So, when I say nothing about who I'm calling, it doesn't say anything about who you are or who you're representing. So, this is the recording. All incoming callers here when they call at non-business hours on our main business line. Hello and welcome. You've reached Logistic Dynamics at 626-309-9141. Our normal business hours are 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Leave your name and number twice. Again, leave your name and number twice, and we will return your call during normal business hours. Thank you. Again, S&S, short and sweet, real easy to figure out, real easy to listen to. So, after we hang up today, for those of you who don't have a recording on your business line, here's the recording you are to use. And number 2, that's the recording you leave when somebody puts you in their voicemail. Okay, let's go ahead and X out of that attachment, and let's go into attachment number 5. Attachment number 5 states, again, remember when calling your prospects and customers, every day just make one more extra call. Let me say that again, make one more extra call. Attempt to pass yesterday's goal. You'll be amazed with your results. I'll bet you any money our top performers every day, or certainly most days, they make that extra call, which will get that extra contact in their contact list. That's why they keep sending me new credit apps of customers to set them up. Let me say it again. Make one more call every other day. Make one extra call every other day and attempt to pass yesterday's goals. Well, what are yesterday's goals? Well, if you recall, I've gone over a number of times my recipe for success. And in that recipe for success, it states for you to bring in or make contact with 3 new shipping decision makers every day. 3 one day, that's 6 the next, 9 the third, 12 the fourth, 15 for the week. If your desire is to become more successful, faster, then make extra calls. Don't stick with my recipe, believe me. My recipe is the minimum recipe that's out there. Why do I do that? Because, hey, at least make the minimum amount of calls. I could get 20 new contacts every day, but I know that most people will not do that. But most people can make the minimum or get the minimum number of contacts at 3 calls per day. But if you want to become successful earlier, quicker, make more. It's that simple. You will be amazed with your results. Let's click out of that one, and let's move into attachment number 6. Attachment number 6 states, again, remember when calling your prospects and customers that success is not solely the result of sales. Believe it or not, success is not solely the result of sales. It's the result of you connecting successfully with the marketplace. That is the main object, it's the end result of success. It's your ability to connect and collaborate with the marketplace. So, if success is not solely the result of sales, then continually analyze your calling attempts. Now, I give you tools in which to call. I give you a sales call information sheet. I give you a number of other things to go by. But here's the thing. We don't all operate the same. So, continually analyze your calling attempts. People in the steel industry are not the same folks in the lumber industry, who are not the same folks in the plastic industry. It's that simple. So first thing you have to get down is the lingo in your particular industry. So continually analyze your calling attempts. The more you ask successfully, the more you're going to receive. So let me just repeat that again. Success is not solely the result of sales, so continually analyze your calling attempts. The more you ask successfully, the more you will receive. Go ahead and X out of that one, and let's go into my last attachment for the day, which is basically about the commitment, your commitment to marketing. What is your commitment? Well, basically, if you have a strong commitment to marketing, that is going to coincide with a strong level of success in your business. So this document, as you know, I've gone over it before, but it goes hand in hand with my topic today, which is what is your commitment to sales success? This explains why commitment to marketing is so important. Basically, it explains how many times somebody on average has to see an impression of something before he actually takes action. So the first time a man looks at an ad, he doesn't see it. And really think about this as I go along in this line discussing the commitment to marketing. You're going to realize that we're pretty much, we're all pretty similar to this, unless it's something that we really want and desire. But in general, the first time a man looks at an ad, he doesn't see it. The second time a man sees an ad, he doesn't notice it. The third time, he's conscious of its existence. The fourth time, he faintly remembers having seen it. The fifth time, he reads the ad. So basically, it's taken about 5 times before he even takes an interest in actually reading the ad and what it has to say. The 6th time, he turns up his nose at it. The 7th time, he reads it through and says, "Oh my gosh, oh brother, what's this?" The 8th time, he says, "Here's that confounding thing again," whatever it is. Who knows? It could be the Charles Atlas bodybuilding program. Remember looking at those in the black and white magazines years ago? It could be anything. The 9th time, he wonders whether it will amount to anything. Hey, there are people out there that see my ad advertising for new freight agents. I do it continuously. Why? Because I'm looking for talent like you folks have that I'm speaking to right now. And the 9th time, he wonders whether it amounts to anything. The 10th time, he'll ask his neighbor if he has tried it. The 11th time, he wonders, how does the advertiser make it pay? The 12th time, he thinks it must be a good thing. Why? Because he's seen the thing so many times. Eventually, we have this negative attitude. If this ad has any appealing nature or anything appealing to our nature, we start to take notice. So, the 13th time, he thinks it might be worth something. The 14th time, he remembers he always wanted such a thing. So going from the first time he sees it, he doesn't even notice it, to the 14th time, he's always wanted such a thing. Why? Because you keep taking notice. If you keep noticing something and you have a desire for it, eventually you're just going to have this feeling that, you know what, gee, this sounds like a good thing. The 15th time, he's tantalized because he can't afford to buy it. The 16th time, he thinks he'll buy it someday. The 17th time, he makes a memorandum of it. The 18th time, he swears he's broke. He's at the level of poverty. The 19th time, he counts his money carefully. The 20th time, he buys the article or he asks his spouse to. The interesting thing about this whole description is down on the bottom in red, does this sound right? This list was written in 1885. It goes to show that things have not changed much. Will you stop before reaching call number 20, email number 20, whatever it is, or are you committed to doing whatever it takes, and most of all, never, ever quitting? Because if you're going to be successful in this profession, you must not and you will not quit. It's that simple.
You've just taken a tremendous step forward by watching and applying my Tuesday conference call highlight. Do you desire to learn and earn with our top freight team and Christian-based office? Yes? We're searching for a self-starter who's serious, motivated, and ready to take action now. Is that you? Go to tedkeysonline.com/contacts and enter your contact details right now. We provide top-notch freight agent sales training to you. Then you provide those same skills with confidence to the freight industry marketplace. I'll talk to you soon.